Our topic today is why you need to avoid unplanned pregnancy, especially if you're a young person. Acha nikwambie, by the pregnancy haikuangi na young ama old. Ainanga miaka, okay? And the reason I say that ni because unaweza pata hata mtu wako 30, they were not ready to get pregnant. Ama they were not ready, if it was a man, they were not ready to get a lady pregnant. And yet mse unaweza ona mse ako na miaka, probably he's much more mature, but they are feeling they are not ready. Why? Because pregnancy sometimes inatakanga ukwe psychologically prepared, financially prepared, mentally prepared. Like uko so prepared for this child to the point enye, as much as you don't know how the pregnancy will go, how that delivery process itaenda, as much as haujui hizo zote, at least to a certain extent, almost 70% uko psychologically prepared for wacha mtoi sasa akuje, okay? So why do you need to avoid early pregnancy? I mean unwanted pregnancy, or probably even early pregnancy or unplanned pregnancy. Number one, you will avoid having yourself in such conversations zenye partner wako mwenye ulikuwa nadhani maybe anakupenda anaanza kukuambia manze itabidi tumetoa hii kitu, itabidi tumeabort hii kitu. And isn't it weird that we are in a point where people take abortion ni kama ni kitu ya kawaida, and it's not kitu ya kawaida, okay? You are actually killing a person, okay? And kama we ni Christian, obviously, and kama we ni Christian, we do not believe in such things. So imagine usijieke yourself in such situations zenye utakuwa unajiuliza sasa nitafanya nini, because number one, you are not ready for that pregnancy. But hapa ndio tunasemanga kama imekuja, imagine just layer to, because the other option is not something that I myself would encourage. Siwezi ku encourage ati sasa uende ati utoe. I wouldn't encourage that, okay? And I hope sometime tutakuja kusikia testimonies of people who've actually done it and probably they have regretted it baadaye, like ile kitu yenye ile trauma inakujanga baadaye, because now you find ukisarago kupata mtoi in the future, you will always tell yourself, your mind will always remind you unakumkanga ulitoa, so you really don't want that burden in your life, okay? So avoid such conversations by not getting pregnant, all right? And I told you, the number one way you can be able to make sure that you're not getting pregnant, number one, ni abstain. Number two, ni kutumia protection. Number three, ni kutumia family planning methods, okay? The other thing also I have to say, why you need to avoid an unplanned pregnancy is because it comes with a lot of stress, it comes with a lot of struggle. Because remember, maybe you are a young person, ama maybe hata hujajipanga financially hujajipanga. So maybe it's not even about age. Maybe age uko sawa, but bado unaishi na wazazi. Chali mwenye amekupea hiyo ball na yeye pia anaishi na wazazi, hana kazi, you know, economy, you know, we are always saying sorry economy na nini. So you can imagine if you are that person and you are getting pregnant and unplanned pregnancy at this point, unajua bedhe utastruggle sana na utapata stress sana, okay? So you can imagine those are 9 months. Na hii conversation ni kama naongelesha madem, but also because the guys are involved for the next 9 months before huo mtoi akuje. Trust me, ile stress inaweza kuwa imekuwekelea hapo hivyo, okay? And remember, a child is a gift from God, kusema tu kweli. But you need to understand, if it's unplanned pregnancy, you are not prepared, okay? So itakam na ka stress, even if in the end, and I talk to a lot of single mothers, and you find wanakwambia, by the way, at the end of the day, ali struggle, but finally alipata tu mtoi, na huo mtoi ndio happiness yake. So sometimes I feel like, yes, it ends well, as much as itaanza na struggle na stress, itaisha vizuri, but you can avoid it if you can. But avoid it if you can is what I'm trying to say. The other thing also, you run the risk of disappointing your family. Mi najua a family where they almost disowned the daughter because alipata ball, okay? So maybe hiyo kitu happens squeezy because of the Gen Zs, like they are more, you know, wanaji express more, and it's almost like, ni kama like they will have that conversation with their parent ile ya makosa ishafanyika, and you find the parent will say na mimi usiniletee mwingine, okay? So you find most of the times, like, unplanned pregnancy can lead to your family being disappointed, because maybe kila mtu alikuwa na hopes na wewe, maybe ulimaliza shule vizuri, you graduated, probably hata ndio umemaliza tu high school, and then umeturn to 18, umepewa ID, ndo wewe umeenda umepata ball. So you see, it's gonna come with a lot of family disappointment. And family inaweza kuwa your auntie, your uncle, your parent, your siblings. Wanakuangalia wanaona manze wewe na venye ulikuwaga chopi, wewe na venye ulikuanga na tulikuwa na hopes na wewe, your parent had hopes for you. You need to understand, as much as hauwezi taka kukubali, your parents wana hope that siku moja atakusomeshe, and then in their older days when you utakuna kita for them, kama ni mambo ya nyumba, when you unawabaia shopping, like they hope that is what you're going to be doing. So family disappointment iyo expect inakujanga always na unplanned pregnancy, even before wafike point ati wamekubali, wamesema sawa, this is the situation, cause wata have kukubali, especially in this time and age, wata have to kukubali, cause what are you going to do? Kitambo ndio watu walikuwa nafukuzwa, wanadisoniwa, but sai not so much. Okay, your parent will try to help you, all right, but siku encourage upate unplanned pregnancy, all right. The other thing also that can happen sometimes when we talk about unplanned pregnancy, the reason why you need to avoid it is because it cuts short your dream and your purpose. Sisemi ati huwezi ziachieve, but sasa ile time yenye ulikuwa ziachieve inaweza kutake longer, because now umeanza kupata responsibility ya sasa niko na mtoi na take care of. What am I talking about? Maybe there was something that you were doing. Unajua hiyo time ukifanya hiyo kitu, you had all the time, haukuwa na pressure, hakuna kitu ilikuwa inakupush ati una feel ni kama I have to do this, this is a do or die situation. But you see, when a pregnancy comes, when a child comes into the picture, sasa ni kujituma ile serious, okay? And let me tell you, hiyo kujituma, it's not like at it comes at hivyo comfortably, at itakam hivyo with ease. It won't come with ease. Juu sasa you are literally going out there, because literally ukirudi kwa nyumba bila kitu, kuna mtu ataumia, kuna mtu atalala njaa, kuna mtu ana run the risk ya kulala bila kukula kitu. So you see, ni kitu, it's something that might get you to a point, it might break you, is what I'm trying to say. Inaweza kubreak, inaweza kulead you in depression na nini, because it's almost like every effort una put in ni kwa huyu mse, because wewe probably hata ile siku yenye hauja achieve sana, unaweza amua leo kasapa haka, probably hujapata do poa, you are like leo unaweza kula minimal supper, unaweza kula kamandazi, kachai, ulale. But you see, when you have a kid, you can't do that, because lazima ufikirie pampers za mtoi, lazima ufikirie vitu mob, okay? So unplanned pregnancy, please avoid, because at the end of the day, it comes with so much responsibility that maybe you are not ready to take up at this time. The other thing that happens when you have unplanned pregnancy, you find that you have now to drop out of school. And that's the sad part. Juu, mzazi wako maybe alikuwa shajitolea kukulipia school fees. And your school fees haijakam rahisi. So they really have gotten to a point where amejikaza sana ndio kulipia school fees. And then una realize you have now to drop out of school, because either sasa lazima ukae chini ule ile pesa yenye ilikuwa ikulipia school fees, sasa ndio inaanza kuendea maybe ku take care of the kid kama mzazi wako anakusupport. So you see, your education and your career path inaweza kuwa cut short. Not to say that hautaenda hapo mbele uendelee na masomo yako, unaweza, but you see sasa it's like you've lengthened your time of kumaliza masomo yako, okay? So you find watu wale ulikuwa na wao class kole watagraduate ukiwaangalia tu, ama wanaenda to the next class, wana move to the next semester, wewe will have to drop out at some point, you see. And let me tell you, hakuna kitu inakuanga disappointing kama wase mlianziana nao kampo, una realize wali graduate before wewe, because either because actually you got unwanted pregnancy ama unplanned pregnancy. So it cuts short your education, concentration haiko, even when you try unapata kama ulikuwa gani msee mwenye unashikanisha vitu juu ya pregnancy. And this I'm telling to the women, juu ya pregnancy inaanza kukupea hiyo pressure na inaanza kukupea hiyo stress such that you can't even concentrate in class, una have to kudefer kama uko kole ama kampo, okay? The other thing also nikimalizia, I want to say that unwanted pregnancy, as much as ni dem anabeba hiyo ball, pia mwanaume atakuwa na stress, especially kama amedecide ni sawa juu ngori imekuja, wacha tu ni deal nayo, ama wacha tu nikae hapa nisi abandon the lady. Trust me, it will get to a point where it's gonna be kuna hizo points where your patience, your endurance is gonna be tested. Kutafika hiyo point, because you see 9 months are preparing you for what is going to come after the baby is born. So ni kama haka nika boot camp fulani kuonesha hata huyo mtoi akikuja, and most people you'll hear them say the first months, I think the first 6 months even za kulea mtoi haikwagi ni jokes, because now they are a newborn, they can't do anything for themselves, lazima uamke every 3 hours kufeed mtoi, breastfeed mtoi kama if you are the mom of the kid. So you see, it's not si kitu simple by the way. So kama unaangalianga pictures za celebrities, unaanza kusema uko na baby fever, unaanza kusema uko na nini, about truly ask yourself, am I ready to handle this responsibility? Because from the outside world inaweza kaa poa sana, wanaenda photoshoot, wanavaa matching wakiwa a whole entire, a whole family wanavaa matching, na unaona wase wako maybe 20s, wako 19, already ashapata mtoi, akiangalia venye vitu zinaenda poa. The same situation might not be the same for you. Favor yao si favor yako, okay? So baraka ya mtu mwingine usilalie mlango wazi. I know we are looking at socialites, but ukumbuke socialites na influencers hao ni wase wako na jina. So brands definitely zinaweza come in, okay? Na kama ni mtu anajua kupiga biz 1 2 3 lazima atajua kumake pesa yake. Consider yourself penye huko. Maybe hata saa you don't even have a job. You don't even have a place penye unatoa do. And yet now you are thinking ati mimi na feel niko na baby fever nataka mtoi saa hii. We imagine, please, when you make that decision, tafadhali hata heri ifike point kwanza uombe, so that you don't rush to doing something without considering what is, without praying about it. Usi rush into this thing is what I'm trying to say. Unwanted pregnancy is not a walk in the park, so you need to be very careful, because even at the end of the day it will take so much of your mental, unajua anytangwaje, your mental health inaweza affect your mental health vibaya sana, okay? So pregnancy is a good thing, but when the pregnancy is unplanned, unaweza ona kivumbi, okay? So write on the comment section and tell me. And also I think the last point nitasema ni, you might also be in love with dhani siwezi kuacha, especially as a lady, unaweza dhani uchaliezi niacha, tuko pamoja, we are good, and then stress imkujie, pressure imkujie, maybe wazazi wako wanampe pressure, wazazi wake wanampe pressure, arusha mikono aseme na maybe mabeshte wake wanamwambia wewe ondokea ngori, wewe ruka mtoi, okay? Maybe ana advise negatively. So you need to know even that can bring a lot of hurt. So inaweza come with so much hurt, and unasikianga hata inafikanga point where a lady starts to say that alianza kuchukia mtoi. So hizo ni zinaitangwa postpartum depression. So you see, hizo ni vitu unafaa kuavoid. So unwanted pregnancy, tafadhali use a condom, use protection, use family planning, but also remember you can abstain, okay? Unaweza chagua tu by this thing hapana, wacha nifanya nikiwa ready, there is no problem, okay? So write down kwa comment section what you think about this particular topic today, alafu nitaona comments zako.
Gachin Lion.